Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video. I was fixing something yet again on the X5 and it was the window regulator. So I fixed the front one before, the front driver's side, that went out, and I was able to go to a junkyard and salvage, one of the clips from a regulator that was broken, but the clip was still good. But on the rears, I wasn't able to do that. And of course, they're really expensive on like FCP Euro and ECS, stuff like that. They're over $200. And I think Amazon and eBay have them for $20 or $30 or something like that. But Amazon actually, so what actually breaks is on these clips. I don't know if you can see it. These clips, they're made of metal, but the part that matters is made of a composite material that gets brittle and breaks over time. And you can see all these little pieces here. They just break, and once that happens, it loses tension, and the cables of the regulator pop out of a place. And then, of course, when that happens, there's a little clip that goes on the back here, and it has little pieces here that protrude into the actual glass, and that breaks. And then when that happens, the glass just falls down, and you can't get it back up. Which is what happened in my case. The glass just went straight down. So on Amazon, you can get these. I think they look like they're a resin 3D printed. They seem very hard. But these were replacements I ordered on Amazon. I ordered a left and a right one just to have. I'll put a link in the description below. I can't remember. They were maybe 12 bucks each. And they seem to be pretty good quality. The fitment is pretty decent. And basically it's a replacement for this. And the regulator, as long as your regulator hasn't gotten too chewed up, like some people, when it breaks, they don't realize it's broken and they swear it's not broken and they just keep hitting the up and down button, even though in their heart they know it's broken. And then the cable right here just keeps getting chewed up more and more until it becomes a rat's nest. And in that case, you're going to be buying a replacement one of these. But in my case, once it stopped, I knew. I didn't even try. And that preserves all the tension in the cable in this wound up piece right here. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, because I just figured it out and I was pretty frustrated with how to replace this clip. And I'm going to try to replace just the clip. And it's kind of tricky too because of the tension that's on this thing. Basically, the cable normally goes around this piece right here. If I can get it into place. Okay. So the cable normally goes around this pulley and through this channel, not this channel right here. Through this channel, it has to keep you straight. And then the other one, same thing, it kind of goes through here, goes around the top of this pulley right here. There's some clips. And of course here, let's get this. Pull this free, pull this free. All right, as you can see, once the cables are there, they kind of meet in the middle right here. And it's really hard because basically you need to get these two ends with the springs to sit in this channel right here. And it's pretty tricky, especially when you're trying to do it with tension fully on the pulleys. So what I ended up doing is taking it off the pulley first, and it's kind of, you can see here there's an easy way to get to this pulley. There's a channel right there. You can't get between here very easily. you can't get in there really easy. But if you rotate this pulley, there's an opening up there that lets you get that piece in. And that's kind of going to be the secret to how we get this working in a minute. So what I ended up doing was, and this is the passenger rear regulator. And you can see there's a channel right here. This channel is meant to grab on the big spot right here. It goes just like this, and you just kind of flip it over and it goes up and down. So what I'm going to do is, it's kind of be tricky on the camera. Let's see if I can get this on camera. Give me a second here. So basically what I want to do is I want to make sure I got it oriented the right way. I know that if it's going to sit like this, I need to do it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this in. It's really easy, the first one, because you just kind of snap it into place. But the thing is, you need to be able to pull back on it and hold it like this, and it's kind of hard. And you can kind of do it if you do tension on both pulleys, but there's just not enough slack for you to really get it, both of them in there at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pliers here. I have a set of 90-degree pliers. It makes it a little easier. I use these on S54 throttle body boots. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to squeeze it down like this and kind of hold it there. And then I'm going to take the other one and I'm going to kind of squeeze it in place. It's kind of hard to see, but once you start doing it, you got to fiddle around with it. I'll probably end up speeding this up so you don't have to sit there and wait the whole time. But you can see here, if you can kind of get it in there in place so that you can kind of slide it down. And you may be able to get something else to kind of like a screwdriver or something. Be careful, because there's tension here. Kind of be able to push it in so that you can push that down in there. All right, so now we have both in place. It took me a while to figure out how to get that. See if we can. There's a little lip in here. You kind of want it to reside under that lip. See if we can get it under that lip. If not, it's not the end of the world. But so I've fiddled with this for quite some time already, so that's why it looks like I'm going a little bit faster. But if this is the first time you're going through it, you may sit here for like 30-45 minutes just trying to figure out how you want to get your angle of attack on different things. Yeah. All right, so now, as you can see, we have both of them in this channel, and this gives, that way, what purpose this serves is when the window goes up and down, of course, there's a lot of torque with the electric motor, and the motor knows to stop when it feels, I don't know what it's called, just tension in the motor. And so this is spring-loaded so that it doesn't snap the cable, of course. So once it reaches this tension, the motor knows to stop. All right, so now we need to figure out how to get this onto the actual track. So what we'll do is we'll first loop this around. Okay. Then we're going to push this piece on here, slide it down. So now this thing can slide up and down as it needs to. So now we have this last piece right here that we need to get on. So as I showed you before, there is a little spot, an extra groove right here, an opening that lets you kind of put this just like that. And basically, now that you've kind of gotten this in place, you can take a pair of pliers or anything and you can use these spots right here to help rotate. And as you rotate, it pulls the cable. So now we're on. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add some, I just got this white lithium grease from O'Reilly's. It's a little messy, so we'll just spray it a little in here. Okay. Another major thing is we flip this up. You definitely want some in here. In that spot right there. You also want to grease this track up because there's going to be friction on this plastic and this metal. So you definitely want some type of grease. Oh yeah, let's go up here too. And we'll put some on this track right here. It does get a little messy, but the thing is you want this thing to be lubricated as well as possible because it's such a pain in the butt pulling everything back apart. Okay. And then we'll flip this back around. Also, this is a big spot. Whoa, you almost moving with me. This little gear spot right here, definitely want grease in here because you can see there's original grease that's in there. Okay. All right, so my hands are going to be dirty right now, but if you take this, I don't know if it's hard to see, we can run this through, get all that, everything nice and lubricated. I'll show you, this is another piece you'll need to replace too. You want this thing as smooth freely as possible. Again, there's a lot of tension on here, so it's not going to be liquid smooth. And this is obviously to keep the glass from falling back down, along with the tension of the motor gear itself. All right, so I think that is it for the regulator repair. So the clip is in. These pieces can also be found on Amazon. I've bought them before. I got a whole bunch of extras. You need them because the original breaks, or at least it did on mine. Some people get lucky and it doesn't. But I'll leave a link to the description in the description below for the regulator clip and these glass clips as well. And those glass clips, they go right here where the slot is. Just like that. And basically when you put this in, you bolt it in. Wherever this lands, you can move this up and down before you put the motor in. But once that motor is in, you can't slide this up anymore. Then you're going to either have a helper or, on your own, get the glass and lower it down until there's a little hole in the glass that's going to line up with this. And this is going to snap into place. And then once it snaps into place, there is a, see this little access hole right here? There's an access hole. So you can move this up into place. All right, here's the access hole. That way you can see the bolt. It's a little 8mm bolt, and that goes through, and you tighten it, not too tight. You tighten it down, and then that causes this plastic piece to expand in the glass so that it can't come back out of the glass. So it's not clamping, it's expanding. So that's why you don't have to do it super tight. So hopefully that helps with a window regulator clip fix. I didn't really see any videos other than people replacing whole regulators. So I figured now is a good time to go ahead and just make a quick video on replacing this clip. Hope it helps. I will, what do you say? See you in the next one? All right.